A few people in here, which is great. As I said before, guys, I am a little bit sick, so please ignore my cough, and this will have to just be really short as it is bedtime here and flying out tomorrow, so won't be too long, but just a quick market update. We'll look at some of the meme coins that I'm in and what levels I would accumulate more at. I would quickly look at some of those longs that I'm looking at as well, because right now it's very bullish for me right now, and we are starting to enter probably one of the most lucrative and parabolic stages of the cryptocurrency bull market. So in other words, what is ahead of us is an insane amount of liquidity, insane amount of profits, and you really want to be favoring a lot of longs now, because that's obviously where the market is trending up till. So we'll dive in quickly here. But what I'm seeing right now is, I know Sexy's got a short open, but he's a very skilled trader, right? And I am in that Bitcoin short. But for me right now, I'm looking for longs, because that's what we are on a macro time frame. Like if I do look at my stochastic momentum, this is on the daily. But if we do go to the weekly, and please bear with me if my internet does drop out. If we go to the weekly, we are still well above levels on Solana. This could go all the way up to here, guys, over the coming months. As you can see, like that down the bottom, it's April, May. So we're setting like very nice sort of continuation higher here on both Solana. If we go and have a look at Bitcoin as well, Bitcoin's a little bit more on the higher side on the weekly. This is why I think BTC dominance probably starts to fall as we end 2024 and into 2025. And what I'm looking for is probably kind of maybe a double top, kind of like we saw here, but maybe, yeah, moving up to here. As I said, if we consolidate longer, that's healthier for me for a longer bull cycle. But for me, if this keeps sprouting really quickly, definitely be aware of that, because it'll quickly rotate into altcoin season, meme coin season, but then likely we do blow off quicker than I would like. But yeah, just keeping an eye on it. Excuse me, guys, I am unwell at the moment. But yeah, so in other words, there's still a lot of upside left for me. I would prefer if we keep consolidating for a little bit longer. On the monthly, for example, like we are still very overextended, even though we are above the pivot for this week. So just definitely keeping an eye on this. And then I did post this a while ago, but the 3 month, it's obviously on the index. Let me just pull up that one. No, which one is it? I think it's this one. Yeah, so as you can see here, like we have rejected off the 2 previous cycles off this line. So this could be the first time in history that we do pump above it on the 3 month stochastic momentum. So for me, keeping an eye on this, I would like to see an uptick down the bottom here as well. So yeah, I'm very aware of what's happening in the macros so that we don't over risk ourselves and don't lock in any profit. But yeah, keeping an eye on that. But Bitcoin looks really healthy here, guys. It looks very bullish on literally all the high time frames. So that obviously translates down to the lower time frames, which Sexy is in this short right now. So he has set his stop loss above this week, and ideally we come back down and then we're looking for longs in this. So in other words, I'm looking for a very aggressive scalp trade on Bitcoin, so a short into our potential longs. So pretty much what I wanted to just show you quickly on the macro side before obviously diving into the meme coins that we've been looking at is I just want to touch a base around how I find levels to enter. So I'll just remove this because there's quite a lot going on. But in other words, like this is a macro high time frame. So this is the daily chart. This has been a long-term resistance or support. So resistance over here, resistance on that wick there, obviously support here, and then has been support for the remainder of this bull cycle. We are finally starting to break out of this again, but again, we still have time for this apex to be reached at the end of this year. So again, this could be a false breakout. We'll have to wait and see what happens over the next sort of probably week or so. That'll really show us what's happening. But what I'm seeing here is, again, I would love a retest, both on a macro scale, a retest, but what I like to do is draw my fibs. So that fib that I had before, I'll just bring it back up. So I had 2 fibs, right? So that's the short fib. So that's just the swing trade fib, and that's what I'm looking for retests off this move. So in other words, I draw it from the low. So the swing low, you could probably say either of these bottoms here are the swing low. So that's a swing low, or potentially that swing low. But I like the bottom one there. a move up here. Okay, as you can see, this one already retested the 0.236 there. But what I'm looking for and what I have set is limit orders at all of these levels, because I am understanding that macro looks very bullish compared to the bearish. We've consolidated for a long period of time, and usually this time of year, moving into obviously rates coming down with liquidity starting to increase, it usually does push up quite nicely. So for me, I think opportunity is here in this section. So I've set limit orders at all of these fibs. So from the swing low to the swing high, you could probably move that up a little bit higher now. And I've just set limit orders at all of these levels, right? And my stop loss is below this wick here. If you wanted to be really safe, you could obviously set your stop loss. Like ideally, you want to get an entry in the golden pocket, and then you're looking to take the swing trade up into the 200s. But if you wanted to be really safe, you could set your stop loss down here below 126 as well for Solana. So that's what I'm looking at. I'll just show you really quickly. Same sort of stuff for like Jupiter as well. If we look here, it should be DCAing into our first limit order. But right now, okay, you're seeing a lot of apexes of these triangles reach pretty much breakout point. Like this is a very long accumulation phase, very long consolidation phase. So for me, this looks very good for a beautiful long over the next couple of months, couple of weeks. So that's why I've gone low leverage. Obviously, I am still traveling, so until like 3 more days. So once I'm home, I'll probably add a little bit more leverage to these trades or open up some different trades as well. So for me, any dip right now is an opportunity, particularly on any of the Solana ecosystem plays. So Jupiter, Pith, Jitto, Solana itself, and Radium. Radium I haven't actually put any orders on. I need to do that. So keep an eye on the leverage channel. I will do that. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm looking at. Any dips down into this region here is a very bullish breakout opportunity in my opinion. And obviously this is just my fib level. So I accumulate in here. And then some of the targets I use is obviously the -1 or the -2. And often you'll find that they actually align with highs as well. And anyone that says that TA doesn't work is kidding themselves, guys. This is proof right here. Like look at where that high there, which is a clear macro high. It probably is some other highs over here as well, or support resistance over here. So for me, easy target would be 108 for Jupe, and then obviously the next one would be 1.27. The other way you could do it is obviously draw the fib from the high to the low, and then you can get the extensions that way too. So it works both ways, and it's up to you how you like to use it. So for me, I will obviously send through some other trades if I have a look at them later today. So that's really quickly on macro. The last thing I want to touch on regarding macro is just this. So MO just means monthly open. We have been in this bull, what do you call this? Bull flag for a very bull pennant, you could call it, for a very long time, literally since February this year. So that's that's literally when I went traveling. So that's 8 months of consolidation. And right now I would actually kind of love for this to reject. Like it's healthier if we reject here, set a higher low, like, and enter these fibs, okay, retake some of this liquidity on the short side, and then retest even the month open as support, and then we would have the power and the time and the liquidity to do something like that in the coming months. So I very much think Christmas is going to be all-time highs in my opinion. So we'll keep an eye on that. But yeah, this is a macro resistance level here, guys. Like we haven't broken above this trend. Well, we haven't broken above this trend, as simple as that. So for me, it's not like, I also agree with Sexy's. He's got short-term analysis on the 4-hour using harmonics, and obviously I back that up. The reason I took the trade as well is because this is likely a rejection down towards lower liquidity is ideally what I'm looking for. And if we do look at the daily, like we are well above it. So momentum is still to the upside, at least for now. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. But yeah, I like to risk to reward here to short into those longs. And that's the thing, guys, you can long and short different tokens at the same time. So whilst Sexy is shorting Bitcoin here, I'm looking to obviously long some of those alts that we just spoke about in the channel before. Now let me just check the chat to see if there's any questions. No, there isn't. Amazing. We'll quickly move on to meme coins. If you are obviously just joining, just a reminder, guys, that this is going to be short and sweet because I am flying tomorrow, 3 flights back to Oz. So I likely will have a bit of jet lag until Monday next week, but I do have a stream event set for Tuesday morning next week, guys. So do check that out in the events tab as well. And then I did schedule a event for Wednesday as well about portfolio management. Again, they'll all be recorded, uploaded to YouTube, so you can watch the replays as well at any time. But yeah, I'll let you know if there's any updates on any of that, if I am not quite up to speed yet to run a stream. But regarding, let me just pull this up. So this is what I mean, like if you manage to scale into some of these trades, right, some of these meme coin positions. So what I'm referring to are these ones here on the spreadsheet. Now, the spreadsheet's in the meme help channel. I tagged it again in the meme coin calls channel as well, so keep an eye on it. Shout out to Coach at the moment, who is also setting up a new one actually, so that'll be dropping soon. I'll let you know once that drops. It's amazing, so shout out to Coach for that. But pretty much any of these tokens here, guys, are ones you probably want to be holding longer term. Maybe fade the Sui ones just for now. We want to just make sure that Sui does keep maintaining volume and consistency across the timeline, that sort of stuff. But yeah, all the other ones on Solana, ETH, are very worthwhile holding longer term. We've seen NFTs rip on the meme side, which is great to see across the market. So for me, I'm starting to look elsewhere outside of meme coins as well. NFTs, ordinals, runes as well. So do keep an eye out once I'm home. I'll probably run a few streams with Craig where we will dive deep into some of those other markets that I haven't discussed for a long time. Like, the trick is, like, you can't cover everything, and that's why, like, Craig is a great caller on that side of the market, because he focuses there and I focus over here, and that's why Sexy and Aussie dominate the leverage side as well. So it's important that we have a holistic perspective. But yeah, I definitely will be starting to broaden my horizons again once I'm home back in Oz in a few days' time. But if you see dips on any of these guys, definitely do consider jumping into them for a long-term bag. I scaled out a bit of Giga, not a lot, but a little bit. I scaled out a fair amount of my APU position just purely because, like, that's like, I think it went to like 320 million today or something. I don't know, but that's like over a 5x. So like, I scaled a little bit there, and I did scale a little bit on SBX purely because that chart looks absolutely insane. So, I mean, we nearly locked in a 2x in the space of a couple of days on a coin that was worth 460 million. So that was a great trade. But yeah, so these ones are the ones you want to be looking for. But what I'm looking for is obviously the same sort of thing, guys. I use the swing low, okay, using the fib swing low to the swing high. And then I'm looking for longs, or obviously spot accumulation at these levels. Now, you could probably add your 0.236 as well, which I don't have. Let's just add that in really quickly. But these are levels of support, and as you can see, MOG's already bounced from there earlier today. So if you obviously had bought that, you're already up like a good juicy 5%. But yeah, I'm probably starting to look down here. A lot of meme coins or a lot of altcoins, if they show strength, they'll only retest the shallow fibs. So the shallow fibs are these ones here. If they are looking to sell off a bit more on the higher side, then usually they go down here in a rally like this, so into the golden pocket. So for me, I'm just keeping an eye on it. The way I like to, and I'll show you what I mean by aura as well shortly, but the way I also like to just keep an eye on the strength of a token and its breakout is it maintaining the same trend? So in other words, is it still holding this support and resistance zone? And as you can see, yeah, MOG is still holding that. As soon as it maybe starts to lose steam here, guys, and volume doesn't keep increasing, or volume starts to turn more so into red, that's when I start to go, okay, I'll take some of my position out of MOG and just wait to see whether it does break down further and those types of things. So essentially that's what I'm looking for on MOG, and that's what I'm looking for on a lot of different plays, right? So just maintaining the strength. Now, Aura obviously is one that we did look to DCA. We DCA'd off this fib. Okay, it bounced up to the 49k million region, which was a juicy 48%. So I mean, someone did ask, like, Greeny, why did you DCA? I was DCAing into strength, right? I was DCAing into this move, which we did obviously see another 50% move. It just got rejected there and has since broken back down. Now, obviously, this is where I do, like I said before, I de-risk a little bit, because, like, if you look at this, Aura did obviously break that trend, right? And we had. So this is where I was like, okay, take some profits. That's still a 3x, guys. We got in down here at 11 million. So that's still a 3x. And obviously our DCA was slightly above there. So if anything, that's slightly break even on that trade and still a 3x on the OG trade. I'm still holding a small bag of this. I'm watching to see if it does bounce here. I then obviously come to hold a scan. and just double check whether holders are still increasing as well, because that's what you want to be checking is, are other people buying? Because if you're buying and other people aren't buying, then that's often quite bearish, right? Whereas if other people are buying, then that gives me the confidence that this still has potential to move up higher. So come back here, check. Okay, so we've got 0.15. You haven't lost 1%. So yeah, you still got 20% for the week. So for me, keep an eye on this. If this starts to maintain red over the next sort of 3-day period, then that is a significant sign that Aura likely has just lost steam, and it's lost the momentum, and it's lost the attention economy. And that's what I mean, that guys, like people that make 100x and 1000x get so lucky, right? Because you have to hold something that goes like crazy. But like you want to have a trading plan so you can lock in profits consistently, because you have momentum like this that can change really quickly. Like I still think this is an amazing token, and I do think maybe DCAing here might be really good bets too. So for me, I might set a limit order here at 22 million, but I'll always trade, guys. Like no matter who can tell me. I think Mando just commented about my epic trade on Twitter as well. But I will always trade, just because 9 years have taught me to take profits, guys, because like you just want to make sure that you're locking in profits consistently, and that helps grow your portfolio over time. So yeah, watch the 0.5 fib for Aura, and then double check if it obviously breaks there. Look to accumulate here. Feel free to cut it if you want, if you're too nervous about it breaking down. Yeah, that sort of stuff. So that's Aura. These are some of the other trades that we're looking at the moment. So this is Ginian. Now, again, I haven't seen a lot of confidence yet in this breakout. I do want to see volume coming in. This is obviously on the day chart. So I want to see a breakout here, and I want to see green, a big green candle coming in as well. Let's just check holders really quickly. Again, hopefully my internet holds up. Oh, no, wrong one. But yeah, like pretty much a lot of these charts are where I want to be. Like this is still a great risk to reward trade here, guys, because it's in that fib where your break even is like pretty much here, and your stop loss is just below there. Like it's just a fantastic risk to reward play, and I've consistently made money trading like this, okay, for the past year and a bit. So we won't stop that anytime soon. Let me just pull up holders. Okay. Cannot wait to be back on Aussie internet as well. I might close a couple of tabs. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, see, like this is another thing. So we're seeing 0, 0, 0. If I do start to see green, that's great, but I want to see more than just 0.1, 0.2. I want to see closer to 1% green. That shows me more confidence as well. So keep an eye on that. It also pays to keep an eye on the market cap to holder ratio here, like how much are people actually investing in this token. Something like this is weak, guys. This means that when you compare the holders to the amount that they only own 907. So that's actually quite low when you compare it to something like if we look at MOG, and this is why I'm so bullish on something like MOG, right? And like Giga, like you just look on chain at how insane it is. Like, so look at all this green, like green, 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 every day, pretty much, except for a couple of days of green. And then if you come and have a look here, market cap to ratio. So the average market cap or ratio holder owns 22K. So for me, that's very good, right? So that's the sort of thing that I like to look at. And again, I'll do a lot of tutorials on this once I am back home. So yeah, keep an eye on Ginian. I might even cut this as I am about to fly, guys. So I don't want to be holding too many trades over the next couple of days, but this is still valid for me, okay? But for me personally, I just maybe don't want to do it in case something does happen when I'm flying. The next only a couple more trades, guys, and then I will have to say goodnight. But essentially, I'm looking at Nub here. It has broken out. We are retesting the 0.886. That's where I set some limits. I think this is a no-brainer. Holders are going up. And also, this is one of the best meme coin content providers on Twitter, so don't fade that. I think this could easily be a sender back up here, and I do know Ansem and Co like this one as well, so that's one that I'm happy to hold. Longer term, SC is also one shark cat that we've been in for a while. Again, is starting to lose a bit of steam, hence why I did cut a bit of this the other day. You want to be in tokens that are showing good breakouts. We obviously have volume increase, but volume hasn't continued, and we are starting to break down. Like again, we're still up 50, like 60% nearly on this trade. So for me, I want to see volume continue up here, guys, with a breakout. Otherwise, if volume does fade, then likely this does go towards back towards our entry. And if we do take a look, yeah, you know what? I'm going to cut this live here with you guys. Okay, so let's get out of it right now. So if I just go to Pepe Boost, and cut Shark Cat right now, guys. It's showing too much weakness for me. Okay, pulling up. Okay, so 100%. All right, cool. Yeah, so way too much weakness here for me, guys. So let's get out of that. Let's save our bags. We've made really good profit on Shark Cat. That's still a 50%, 60% move. We did take profits earlier, so yeah, definitely do that. I'll ping everyone after this as well, guys. But yeah, cut SC right now if you are still in that trade. Showing a lot of weakness across the charts. Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, so red. We don't want to see that. Yeah, we want to be in stuff that has good confidence. And again, here, look at that, guys. Only 1,500 per holder. So yeah, you want strength. All right, let's go to Epic. So this is what I mean, guys. Fibs are great. This broke out really nicely. I did buy the dip today at 0.5, and I'll likely buy the dip at the 618 if it does run back down, and then obviously if it does go all the way back down to the 0.786, I'll be buying that too. So pretty much you can use the entire fib as well, or alternatively, like I showed you before, take the swing low. Okay, so in this case, this would be the base of support all the way to the top, and then this is where I'm looking at. So as you can see, guys, the fibs usually do line up. So this one out here, the bigger fib, is obviously from all-time high to all-time low, and as you can see here, guys, the one on the swing trade also aligns. So this is a great support area. The 0.5 on the swing, on the all-time highs, and the 0.382 on the swing. So you'll find that a lot of these do nicely align, or they come down like this, right? So they come down, they sweep the liquidity in both of these fibs, and it takes like the liquidity there and the liquidity on the swing. So the all-time high to the all-time low swing fib, but also the swing on the low to the high. So yeah, I hope that just gives you insight, guys. I apologize, I am still a little bit sick, and obviously heading home in the next couple of days. Super excited. We're going to be running so many live streams and so many more trades over the coming months. Okay, this is the time to seriously lock in. So it's a pleasure to be here or with you at the moment. Please ping me if you do have any questions, and obviously I probably won't respond to them for a couple of days because I won't have any access. But I'll quickly just double check if there are any questions in the chat before logging off, guys. So thanks for obviously tuning in. That's the end of probably the chart stuff. If you have any questions, I'll stay for a couple minutes in the chat and answer them. But yeah, looking forward to being home, guys. 8 months overseas has been amazing, but yeah, I'm super keen to get in and get home and start trading and making some crazy gains with you guys. All right, so Scoot, on the long-term trades with no SL, but just buy the dips. So yeah, no, you could. So what Scoot's asking there is potentially like your spot portfolio. So for me, yeah, that's like if I see a massive dip in the market in Bitcoin or Solana, for example, or even Jupiter or Radium, I definitely I just buy that and I hold that in a separate wallet. So that is my spot portfolio. And again, I'll talk about this in that portfolio stream next Wednesday. Because it's really important that you do have different portfolios, guys. That is how you consistently win in crypto. So for me, I have a lot of my money. I think 55% of my whole crypto net worth is in a spot portfolio holding just Solana, Radium, Bitcoin, and a few other altcoins and memes in that. And that's pretty much just where I hold, and I'll take profits on that once we start to reach some silly levels. What changes your mind on that approach, given that some of these can go down 70%? Well, yeah, that's it. My spot portfolio essentially is made up by tokens that I accumulated during the bear market. And this is what I mean. Like, I'll have to chat to you guys a little bit more about... here, let me share. Oh, no, I can't share the screen. But just go to the chat, guys. This is the one I'm reading from Scoot. So... he asks a very good question, like how do you change your mind? So for me, right, it's a very different story to someone who's AV into crypto right now. I bought Solana when it was under $20. I bought Solana a lot when it was below $30. So for me, I just hold that play until it reaches $300, if not higher. The meme coin side, I'm very confident with my entries, right? And that's why I only buy like Ponky and Mog and Popcats and SPX and stuff at really good entries. And those swing entries are very much up from those positions. So whilst it can still go down 50%, I'm still up another 2x from that entry. So that's where I get the confidence to hold those longer term. But yeah, I'll talk about the portfolio management in that stream next Wednesday, guys. I'd highly recommend you come and ask questions, because it's so important that you actually have structure across your portfolio in different ways, okay? So I'm talking leverage, I'm talking meme coins, I'm talking NFTs. You don't want to be overexposed in one particular asset. The one you want to be the most exposed to is probably spot. But again, if you have a smaller wallet, so someone that's trading with like sub 10k, even 5k, under 5k, then your better risk to reward is to probably be a little bit more risk on. But again, we'll talk about that in the stream next week. I'm looking at Caden's message now. If I open memecoin positions now before the drop that some of them are taking, is this a good portion to accumulate? No, for me, I think we've run up so hard recently, so no, I'd just wait for those levels to hit, and if they don't hit, so be it. We'll find the next opportunity sometime soon, because a lot of people do just top blast, but no, we are good traders in this. We wait for price to come to us always. That is so important. And if they don't hit, then so be it. We'll find another opportunity. Before signing, what month do you anticipate that things kind of shift up? I won't ever speculate about what month. I think we've consolidated, as I showed you before with the chart. Price shows you everything consolidated for 8 months now. So for me, I think price starts to move up. Well, it's been so risk on right now for memes. It's been fantastic, and NFTs have gone crazy. So it's a very good time to be trading in the market right now, and that's only going to get better in the next 6 to 12 months. So stay patient. And memes, so memes tend to lag behind BTC run-ups. No, memes have been the outperformer all cycles, so I don't think that changes. Obviously, Solana ecosystem is also one to keep an eye out. Sui as a strong performer more recently as well. Those are the sort of ones that you want to be looking to hold longer term. So yeah, no, I hope that answers your question. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. No other questions. So thanks for tuning in. I'll obviously upload the YouTube video and get that replay out to you ASAP. So yeah, I'll talk to you all once I'm back in the homeland in Australia. Cheers.